everybody. Thanks for joining us here at Beans. My name is Josh. We got Rachel in the studio. This is the podcast Dying on the Inside. Joining us, we have Angelique Herrington, Portland comic. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to
awesome.
be
it's a great way to spend a Sunday. I'm usually sleeping. So here we go.
It's a good way to, there's playoff football going on, and so there's things to be done, but it's nice to spend it, I don't know, taking tequila shots instead.
Man, I'm feeling it. Like, my depth perception got weird when I was supposed to sit down. I'm like, I'm supposed to sit down where? In the dark? No, it's not dark. I'm just drunk.
I will say, all the black, it doesn't make it easy.
No, I was like, and I got like clogged, like cloppy, like goth shoes on. I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk weird. Sorry, guys. Like,
how long have you been doing comedy?
Okay, so I think I did my first open mic in like 2013. I basically left Longview, came here, was sad because I had to leave my kid with her dad, and I was like, well, sad people do comedy. So guess what we're doing? And I did okay, but I think I started really taking it seriously because, when you're a parent, you don't have the luxury of right away taking something like that seriously. Like, it was about 2016 where I was like, all right, I'm going to start really going to mics. I want to get booked on shows. I'm going to write like crazy. And then, of course, you have, like you talked about, you'll start, and then something happens. You kind of got to stop for a while because your time isn't your time, right? And so I've had a hard time trying to calculate how long I've actually done it, but I will say I started in 2016.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
My plan now is to just keep going because, my daughter's older. She's 14, so I can leave her alone more often. She has things to do.
Yeah.
She has like a lot. She doesn't even want to hang out with me most of the time.
I was gonna say, right. She has her activities that don't
fuck about me.
You.
But yeah, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, so hopefully I can like kind of really have some consistency now because that's what sucked is not being able to have like I'll start to get decent, and then I suck because I had to like bow out for a couple months. It's hard.
It's hard,
but I'm not quitting. So
it's hard too for the reason to be like kid or parenting type stuff with the scene being younger with people who don't have kids, and so trying to explain to them like, I needed to take care of some stuff, and they don't fully understand it, so you got to rework your way back up the totem pole.
And they don't necessarily care because they're young, and why, to some degree, why should they? But it's tough. But like I said, I'm not quitting. You're not quitting. We're not fucking quitting. So we're here.
Just keep trucking along.
Just keep trucking along the best we can.
Now that she's older, do you get to like run jokes by her? Like,
yes, I've ran quite a few jokes by her, especially about like exes I've dated that she's like, yeah, bro. I love to. And she's a writer. She's really smart. And so she's actually a good resource because she'll tell me the truth about like, that's a bad premise. Like, what are you doing, Mom? Like, come on. Yeah, she's very valuable.
That's nice.
Yeah. She's very honest. And I'm not going to say there's not a couple tags that I got from just shit she says, So she's very helpful. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
That's one thing I'm kind of excited for. Well, daughter's only 6, so we don't run material by
no.
her, but we are seeing where her humor is coming from and like with the path it's going. And so I can't wait for her to be older to say like, hey, I'm going to do a joke about you and I need your help.
It's beautiful. No, it really is beautiful. My daughter roasts me. It hurts, but I'm like, good for you. Good for you, though. Because I'm not going to say I wouldn't say the same shit, okay? All right.
So you were saying that you came and just sad that got you into comedy. Was that just it? Just being sad, or was there something else that led to?
Here's the thing. Of course, like growing up, like that was like, some people wanted to be models, some people wanted to be actresses. I was just like, I kind of want to be Chris Rock. Like, but I never thought I could. Like, I wasn't like encouraged to be funny. We're not, to some degree. Like, I think I do feel like guys are kind of encouraged to be more like outgoing and funny. And like, I'm older, I'm Gen X. Like, I wasn't. I was encouraged to be like you can be like Janine Garofalo and kind of sarcastic, but that's not me. I'm kind of a goofball. So I'm like, well, how would I even fit in? And so you just kind of take like about 32, 33, that confidence you have and go, I'm just going to fucking do it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it started from sadness and escapism in a way, but it was also like, I'm not going to lie and say it's not something I always kind of wanted to try because fuck it.
Yeah.
I had that moment of like, what else am I going to do?
It's interesting you bring up like Janine Garofalo because around that time of stand-up, it was stand-up isn't the same as it is now to where you can see so many different people.
Yes.
But then at that same time, because you have a smaller demographic of people you're seeing, it was even smaller when you're talking about female comics.
Yes.
And they had to have a niche in that kind of time.
And we were stuck in it.
And that's it. You had to have that or you weren't going to get stage time.
Yeah.
You couldn't just be funny.
Yeah.
Like more of those doors open. I'm not going to say it's even or equal, but at least it's more than it was then now.
Yeah, people are listening now, at least. Yeah, we
Yeah.
still get some fights, and that's okay. I like fights, but I don't mind. But yeah,
The other part, it wouldn't be comedy if there wasn't fights in the scene,
Some fucking
and
tension,
sorts
man.
of battling between
Yeah.
what you're doing. Like that's where comedy came from for us,
For sure.
or you know.
for sure.
So of course they're gonna be little beefs. It's fun.
It's part of how we learn. It really is. And like, as long as everything comes out okay and we all learn, I think that's okay, right? But that's the part where like when it just stays negative, I have a hard time with that. And I will take breaks from the scene when things get too negative. I absolutely will.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You mentioned Chris Rock as somebody that you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Well, who are your top 5 favorite comedians?
Okay. So Chris Rock, Mike Birbiglia, Jessa Reed. Oh, this is such a hard question because it does change and it's so stupid to say. I definitely love me some Pete Holmes.
Oh, nice.
I'm really fucking digging some Nikki Glaser right now. Nikki Glaser is like,
Yeah.
she's always has something to say. Like every question someone asks her, she's got a witty ass answer. I'm like, that is what I want to be. I want to have the witty answer, you know? Yes. Yeah. She's on one right now.
Yeah, that's a good top 5. I like that.
But
Nikki
honestly,
is
now I think Jessa Reed might be my favorite. Like Chris Rock, you know, he's cool, he's great, I love him, but he's had some comments, and I'm like, about, you know, and that's how it goes. I still respect his work,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And he was the first one to get me to be like, I want to be like that, where I'm funny but also on point, you know. But yeah, that can.
Okay.
Does it change for you? Does your top 5 change sometimes too?
Yeah,
as you-
I feel like 4 and 5 will change. I have a
Yes.
pretty solid kind of front 3.
Sure, sure.
But then 4 and 5 will switch up between who's hot and who I'm
Yes.
really listening to.
Yeah.
'Cause, like Bert Kreischer is one where he used to be in my top 5. And then I got kind of tired of Bert Kreischer.
He got
He's
demoted.
a lot.
Yeah, he's a lot.
And so he slid off of that top
Sure,
5 kind of a
sure,
thing.
sure,
Where
sure.
like, I dug too deep. I dug too deep. I didn't. It's too much of
I
him.
need a break.
Right. For me, like my normal top 3 is Patrice O'Neal. He's my number 1.
Fuck yeah! How could I forget Patrice? I'm a piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm taking a drink.
And then Jim Norton is my number
Sure.
2,
There you
and
go.
then Dave Chappelle is my number 3.
Yeah.
And that's I'll say for my Dave Chappelle is his first 3 albums were the 3 I listened to
Absolutely.
the most, more than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually I haven't listened and watched any of his new stuff. I heard the controversy. I don't care to watch it then.
Yeah, no, sure.
I'm gonna stick with the memory that I have
Yeah,
of him.
and that's
which-
fair. That's fucking fair. Chris Rock's done the same thing. He said some things that
Mhm.
hurt people, and I'm not down with that. So I'm, but I can respect the fact that the stuff I saw in the 90s and the 2000s was shit that just really was like, I want to be like that. That makes so much sense to me, you know? Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine. That's fair. Knuckles.
Bam.
Yeah.
Do you have a top moment of your comedy, like an on stage moment?
Do I have a top moment? I don't know that I do yet. Is that okay? Like,
Yeah.
I really I do know, like when I did the comedy class, when we did our final show, I do remember that feeling of like the crowd just like really being into it and just feeling like, okay, yeah, this is what it's about. It sounds so cliche, but it almost feels like when people laugh a certain way, like the wind hits you kind of, and like you do this dance where you're like, I got to give the wind back now, and then the wind comes back, and I got to give it back. I guess that's kind of a top moment. It's just like having that experience of people actually enjoying what I'm saying because I'm not nervous anymore, because the class helped me with that. But like, yeah, I don't know that I have necessarily a top moment. I have so many just beautiful moments. As stupid as that sounds. Let me live, laugh, love you for a minute. But there are so many just like beautiful little moments that I don't know if I have a top yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know what? That's a good question. I will keep that in mind now.
That's a
It's
good
for
point.
writing.
Think of the beautiful little moments.
Yeah.
Those
There's
are
a
always
lot
good
of
though too,
those.
because just thinking about that, like I think last night listening to that grandfather clock chime in the middle of this small town that still had Christmas lights up in January, which I thought was weird. But
Because Shelton is weird as fuck. Yes, but I love those. I do love those little towns, though. I really do. Like, man, I love touring in those small towns.
yeah,
They
I
need
think,
it. They're people. Like people, we treat them like Portland treats it like everything outside of Portland that doesn't exist. Yes, it fucking does.
Yeah.
And that is a little classist to be like, oh, these people, no, there are people everywhere that deserve to laugh and deserve to be heard and knock it off a little bit. It's
And they pay money for tickets in those
Man.
small little bars too.
man.
I mean, which is fantastic. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They don't have to drive to the city to see comedy. They get to stay in their town and whatever. I don't know. 2-hour drive is fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Larsen is Shelton only 2 hours?
Yeah, it was
Is
only
really?
2-hour drive from here. Yeah.
I
It
just
was
remember.
easy.
I just remember in Longview, if you got busted for meth possession, you went to Shelton. That's all. Like to a certain degree, that's all I remember about Shelton. But like, that doesn't mean anything. Like that's.
I mean, I think that would still make sense.
Yeah,
judging the film.
I spent enough time there to know that made sense. Yeah.
That was always
Sweet.
I always thought before the moment was going to be like some, I got to open for Tom Segura and he said, "Hey kid, that was great," or something
Sure,
like that.
Sure. No.
And and then your lady threatens to cutting somebody's ponytail off because he wants to stab you. That
She's
that
like,
tops
"I'll
it.
do
That
it."
tops it. It's like
No, for real. So maybe I do have okay. So there was remember the Big Legrowski mic with Carter?
Yeah.
So there was a time I was doing a joke about my dad, and this guy in the audience goes, "Oh, daddy issues," and I was like, "Why don't you say it to my face after the show? I dare you." And Carter was just looking at me and said, "Get the fuck out." And I was like, "They do like the same thing." I was like, "They do love us." Oh, and he was like, "Get the fuck out." I was like, "Yeah."
I never saw him mad.
Like, he was
That
like,
had to have been.
I mean, it was like his wit version, but he was just kind of like, "You gotta go. Like, we're not having this here."
I like
And,
him.
yeah, that was appropriate. I was like, I could have handled that, but thanks. Because I do need to work on my material, too. I'm not really here to deal with this. So,
One of the questions that Rachel really pushed to be asked is, what is it like you have rats?
I have rats, isn't it?
How many?
I love two. I have 2 rats.
Oh.
2 rats. I've had 4 altogether, but now I have 2 because they don't live very long.
What are
the
their
morbid
names?
part. Bratis, because Ratis is like the scientific term, and she's a brat, so I call her Bratis. She gets out of her cage all the time. She's super smart, so I'm like fucking Bratis. And the other one is Princess Peach, which is my roommate's rat, and he wasn't into rats at all until we moved in together, and now he's all about rat life. Like it's rat life in my house. If you come over, which you guys, I'm gonna invite you over. You're gonna want to hold the rats because they're just.
I want to know
precious,
more
but
about it.
They're beautiful pets. They're wonderful pets. And I was surprised about it. I got a rat because I was lonely. I'll admit, I was lonely. Like about 2017, I was super lonely. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted a pet, but I didn't have like the facilities for a dog or a cat or something that I had to give a lot of attention to. So I got a rat. Oh my God. Wonderful pets. Like I'll take that, like the Dutch brothers down the street knows my rats. Okay. I take them for rides.
So
I
did they
take
get
them for rides. All right.
Ratachitos.
Yes. Yes. Ratachinos. They go for rides. They're in the car. Okay.
Adorable.
No, they're wonderful pets. Like I had the mask on at home because I had like a little COVID scare, as you guys know. And they were like trying to get in it and go up my nose, and like they were like like there's a reason why we do experiments on them. They're very like their emotional complex is very similar to ours, and they like will try to help you with things. Like if I have something on my fingers, they try to peel it off. Like they're very helpful and loving. And
give me that look like we need to go out and get a rat tomorrow.
Come over and hold them, and you like
I'm forever
they really are
asking
wonderful
him
pets.
for different animals. So
yeah, no, they're
This is-
wonderful. They're wonderful pets. Like I knew I was gonna get one, and I was like, it'd probably be kind of cool. It's actually pretty wonderful having a rat. Like
what
I
are
think
their
it's
tails like?
the tails you just kind of get used to. Like if they're a little sharp.
Do they feel funny?
But they wash them. They like clean themselves a lot.
Yeah.
So no, not really. You just kind of get used to it. Like because they're so cuddly and cute, and they want to be on you. You kind of forget about the tail.
It's her
think
new
I would
game
love
is
it.
what pet could she talk me into getting? And what happened was we have a dog and we are good and I'm not doing anything else.
Sure, and that's reasonable because it's work. When you have kids, that's just more work. It's more fucking work.
And then she talked me into a cat, and I enjoy the cat. And she's seeing that I enjoy the cat.
So she's like, okay.
So she's trying to see what other boundaries she can push and what kind of animals we can have. Because the big one right now is she wants goats
So bad.
so bad. And I grew up with goats. I had them as a kid.
You're like, it's not a
loves
motherfucking
them.
novelty to me.
He loves
I
goats.
Oh, you
loved
do
it.
love goats.
But we
but it's
had
not.
2 acres.
That's it. In
So it
Portland, we're like, oh,
was-
that's cute. But you're like, bitch, you got to have
We
2
have a
acres for
big
this shit.
backyard. though.
Baby goats are amazing. They're like dogs. If you're there, like I was there for the
They
birth
are
of
puppies.
a litter or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll come play with you just like
No,
a dog
they
would.
are puppies.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
So they're
Yeah.
super fun. I get it. But again, we had 2 acres.
Yeah.
And so we have a backyard. Like
It's a
that.
big backyard.
It's
Yeah.
a big backyard for the
You have a
city.
beautiful
It's
home.
not
Yeah. No.
not goat worthy.
You'd never have to cut grass.
Okay, so
back
this is funny to me.
there.
So where did you grow up?
Just in boring Oregon.
In Boring.
Mm-hmm.
And you grew up in the South. And you're like, this is because we like unfortunately think of the South as being very rural, right? I'm from Portland. I want to go to the South so fucking bad, but I haven't had the opportunity yet, right?
Yeah.
It's funny to me that you're like, and he's like, wait,
No,
right?
these goats.
I wasn't allowed to have any weird animals. I've always begged for birds,
Oh yeah, we went to the bird thing.
goats. This is not my first time asking for goats.
You're like, this is not my first time
Mm-hmm.
on the animal begging fucking rodeo, okay?
The great part
The
is
only
too,
reason I got a cat
Oh.
is because I begged for goats for so long. And he was like, well, a cat.
And cats
Sure,
are goats.
let's do a cat.
you meant cat, right?
And then we got lucky because the neighbor who moved in, she's a bird lady.
Yeah.
And so anytime somebody knocks on her door, or I'll go play basketball in the front yard and the ball rolls in her yard sometimes, and you hear all the birds go off
Just
because they
fucking
noticed
going
I
off.
was there.
Yeah.
And it is insane how loud it is from the front yard.
They're territorial.
That it's like, it makes it very easy for her to be like, well, okay, maybe we don't need to have
Yeah,
one in a cage
no,
in the
they're
front
little
yard.
like chickens and birds are pretty. Like poultry is very territorial. They'll attack you.
Mhm.
You're like, okay, I'm sorry. Like
She also,
I want a pigeon.
yeah,
pigeons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they make a lot of noise.
They're so sweet.
again, the old neighbor before this one who took over,
Had pigeons.
they had pigeons.
I love Northeast Portland. I
And
love
it
being
is-
part of Northeast Portland. Get the fuck out
I
of
think
here.
that was before you moved in when the pigeons were back there. And it's terrifying to walk in your backyard and just hear nonstop.
I just want one.
They had like 20
In
of
the
them back
house.
there.
No, they're cute. They're cute. They're cute, but they're.
I've seen TikToks. This one lady
TikTok be
has this
selling us
like
on them animals.
beautiful white pigeon.
Yeah.
And it just follows her around, makes those little noises. It's
Yep.
so cute.
Nah,
I
the
want
small
one.
animals. I love critters. I love critters.
I do too.
Oh man,
I'm
that's
the
I
rat
want
lady.
them all.
thank God that you don't like snakes and like lizards. Dang it, we're not doing that. We're absolutely not getting one of
It's
those.
not that I
but-
like snakes. I do like lizards though. I grew up
man.
around I think it was my I can't remember. We would go to this house. They had iguanas and they would let them out and they just like their little like slap 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 when they're running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, I want it.
Super cute.
There's no way.
They have no
way.
feel.
It's
they
really
have no feelings,
expensive
though.
though. You have to get the huge like aquarium,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the heating lamps.
They have to be hot all the time. Yeah.
You have better chances to push the rat than you do
Yeah.
pushing an iguana.
Rats,
just
like-
so you know, for my opinion, you would have a stronger chance with a rat than you would with an iguana.
What
so
about
throw that idea out the door right now. There's no way.
Can we talk about an octopus?
I'm coming over if you get an octopus, okay? Mm-mm. They're aliens. Have you
They're
read?
so cool.
Have you been reading the reads?
They're so
aliens. They,
cool.
think they have like aliens.
I do
like-
too. Yeah.
When we can afford a place that can fit like 100-gallon
With an
tank,
octopus in the basement in Northeast Portland.
I am down for an octopus. But again, it needs to have a house that could fit a 100-gallon tank, and not like it fits in the living room, but it's a huge eyesore. It blocks everything from where you sit. I'm talking about like it makes sense because the house is so gigantic that it looks like a smaller fish tank.
Can we
I
take
got
a minute
so
to talk
obsessed.
about how cute your guys' relationship is? That you're like, I love you so much that I will talk about the possibility of this, but ma'am, we need to have more space. Most guys are like, nah, shut up. But you're like, okay, I love you. I want you to be happy. So in this scenario, we will in 5 years. Okay, 5-year plan, babe. We got it. Like, that's so cute. Oh, okay.
I'm a realist about my dreams. My dreams can't be that high yet.
No, yeah.
Maybe at some point we can let them go there, but
Sure,
you know,
sure.
so you just set the boundaries.
Yeah.
I
love it.
also sugar gliders.
Sugar gliders. There's some wonderful TikToks about sugar gliders. Like, they'll jump
There
on you.
are.
Like, oh my god, I thought about
I got
that
to
too.
meet one.
Did you?
They were selling them at the fair. Like the.
What sort of fair are you going to?
It was
selling
here.
animals?
It was that little like fair that comes in like the Rose Fest.
Okay,
Oh.
the Rose
Oh,
Festival.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
waterfront.
And
yeah.
I went to ride some creepy rides, and there was a little booth, and they had sugar gliders, and they let it like crawl all over me.
And that was
went
it.
into my shirt.
They go,
and I
yeah,
was
no.
like, oh.
Okay, so I call this my basket. The rats go in my basket.
Yeah.
They go in my It's my basket.
Yeah.
They go in there and they go in your hair and they just kind of sit there and like I'll walk down the street. Like sometimes I run at night or I walk at night and it's at like 1 a.m. And I feel like if I have a rat on my shoulder, if someone's gonna fuck with me, if they see there's a rat there, they'll be like, you know, she's crazy. I'm not gonna. At 1 a.m, this bitch has a rat on her shoulder. We're good.
I'm not gonna
She can
fuck
keep
with the
her
rat
money.
lady.
She can keep her money. You know, it kind of works. But yeah, and you get that way with your pets when you have small pets like that like you know aren't like normalized. You find out little things about them, and they're going and having coffee with you. They're going on runs with you. It's ridiculous. It's gonna happen. No, I love it. I do too. It's yeah. Look at her looking at you like,
I
come
know.
on, babe.
Nope, it's not
Come
gonna happen.
on.
Not gonna happen. If you want to give us the plugs that you have for any upcoming shows.
Oh yeah, so I'm we had to stop for a while because of COVID and Omicron and being safe. I do co-host the Schmitza Mic at the Northwest 21st Schmitza location Sunday nights at 7:00. Sign up 6:30. That I think we're gonna start that back up next weekend. We've been talking about that, and I've missed it, so I'm excited. I miss me some Amanda. I miss like the open micers I've met recently. Like, god damn it,
like
the
that
world
mic.
is sad. Like,
Yep.
god damn it. And then I have Go Comedy Go February 7th at 8 p.m. at Zoigle House Brewery. My favorite thing that Southern people tell me is bless your heart. I'm like, I said something wrong. I said bless my heart. I said something wrong. Shit.
Yeah,
Bless your heart.
I used to think it
No,
was
but
cute until I
honestly,
learned what it
it's-
No, then
meant.
you learn. You're like,
It could go either way. Sometimes we really mean it, and we're like, "Oh, baby, bless your sweetheart. I feel for you." But then sometimes it's like,
you
"Bless
stupid.
your heart."
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot when I say something dumb. She'll go, "Oh, bless your heart," and it's like, "Dang it, I was that far off."
Come
Like,
on.
For our show, we like to do a lot of different news stories, and we try
Yeah.
to do like lighter type things.
Sure.
Because the world sucks, the news sucks.
We gotta laugh.
And so there's
gotta
got to
do
be
it.
something a little different.
Yeah.
This one is one that I just found interesting, and I was excited to have another comic who's a parent to get this.
Okay.
I don't like the headline, but I'm going to read it anyway.
I don't either.
Right? It
I was just
sounds weird.
noticing.
Headline is yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I know because I'm part of a group that's like these dystopian articles posed as promising articles are actually getting really old, and they had that on there. This exact.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm reading the headline. Black mother receives mixed reactions after gifting her kids a vending machine for Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
Why it doesn't just say mother
What is it?
receives
Right.
mixed
First of all.
reactions?
And then
First of all.
That's
Later
Yes.
in the article, like at the beginning of the actual article,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can click this to go to something, and it says a black mother. Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
that part I don't get. But the story is this mother got her kids. They wanted a PS5 for Christmas. That was a big thing they wanted.
Mhm.
Instead, she got them a vending machine that they could own and operate.
Which is probably more expensive than is it?
I would assume
I
so.
don't-
I don't know. Look and see. I don't know what a vending machine costs. A PS5 was $600.
$600. A little more
Um,
during the pandemic. Depending on where you
depending
were.
on if you
Like
were
if they were
on
ho-
point or not to
Yes.
be able to get one.
Yes.
Yep.
But a vending machine, that's a whole ass machine. Okay. taller than me because I'm little. Rachel, we're little. Like,
Yep.
okay, yes.
So she's
doesn't
received
say
a
how
lot of
much it
mixed
was.
reactions for this.
Yeah.
Some parents are saying you could have done this on any day. Like they get the idea that her plan was you give them this, they can be businessmen. They're entrepreneurs. They're doing it. They're making their own money, and with this machine, they can buy their PS5. I think that's fantastic.
Sure, sure.
A lot of parents were saying that you could have given this to them on any day. Why pick Christmas?
Well,
And then some were saying that you just bought them something so you didn't have to buy them something later.
Okay, that's
But
harsh.
I'm curious as to on your thoughts. I'll say for me personally, I thought that was a great idea. I think
Yeah.
that's a fun Christmas gift to be able to give to your kids. Like, hey, you're not giving them a vending machine to me. You're giving them a business in my
Sure,
mind.
yeah. I mean,
So you're giving them a little bit more.
that's what she's trying to do.
it is, and essentially, it's a great idea. I don't know. I have a hard time with like teaching my daughter to be a full capitalist yet. Let her be a kid for a minute. Isn't that important too? Like, I want her to have small glimpses of like self-management and self-actualization and just doing things on your own. But like, you should be able to enjoy that part of your life first, where you're not having to do that.
You should.
Yeah.
I feel like. But I'm not going to tell her any shoulds, because shoulds are dangerous. But that's how I feel about it. Like, let my kid, like, my kid is smart enough. She's already kind of a hustler. She's going to fucking probably out-hustle me. She's probably going to take care of me, okay? She's going to change my diapers. She's going to pay for my nursing home. She's smarter than me. But let's give her that minute of just being a fucking kid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be
That's
a
a good
fucking
point.
kid, you know?
That's the other part. You don't have to get them a PS5.
She ain't- don't
Kids
have to have
understand
shit.
not getting a PS5.
Yeah,
that's
PS5
a
ain't
tough. That's
shit.
a hard thing to get.
Like, bitch, I had a Nintendo when I had Nintendo late, okay? Pretty late. My grandma was like, you know?
And also, let's be real. The first run of PS5 should be saved for adults like me.
Okay.
Who...
Okay. Okay.
That's
Okay.
obvious.
We're the stressed out ones. You can
Right.
sit down.
Like,
Yeah.
I need a break from
Oh my
reality.
goddamn,
Are you
give me
kidding
a vending
me?
machine. I want a vending machine. No, that's weird. It's because it's like also the same cost. Like, I'm pretty sure a vending machine's kind of expensive.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure filling it up is kind of expensive. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty big expense on your credit card.
That is.
What's so
You
fucked
know?
up though is that like we're so into this capitalism that she's like, I don't want to give you this false reality.
Yeah.
I want you to know how to deal with yourself. It says that she didn't want to handicap her kids
Which isn't
by
even
buying them
like
expensive toys,
yeah.
noting that life is not easy. And I get that.
Sure. But handicap, first of all, I work in disabilities. We don't say that anymore. We don't.
Right.
Handicap isn't a thing. Let's
Right.
let that go. And that's okay. Then everybody knows that. And everybody's as deep in the game as I am. But we don't say that. But, like, yeah,
Right.
like, they are also children. I think it's okay to let kids be kids. I just do. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't get to be a kid.
I think
I didn't,
that's the part
you
I've
know?
connected with. That is the older we get, like I wish I could just be a kid.
Yeah. I want that back.
So you
Part of the reason I identify with my daughter so well in her teenhood is not healthy, because I lost my teenhood in a lot of ways. I was taking care of my grandparents. So let them have it. Like, why can't we do that? And still have those lessons of like, okay, so my daughter's watching me open a food cart. Cool. She's watching me. I'm going to make mistakes. It's not going to be glamorous, but she's going to get like the firsthand like viewpoint of it. I'm not making her go through it.
Right.
You know, like I'm going through it, but she'll see it, you know.
She still gets to be a part of the experience.
Yeah, I'm
get
not
part
making
of the
her on the food
knowledge.
cart, for fuck's
Right.
sake. Like, so it sounds kind of to me like they're like making. I don't know, but I can't criticize. I mean, I get where that lady's coming from, and it's essentially sure, you know, and it's not easy for people of color to succeed. So I get she wants them to be a little. They have to outperform white people. I get that, you know. But damn, let them be kids too.
That is the.
Shit.
That is the then because of the headline that's on this is it does make you wonder what difference would the headline be if this were a white mom from
A white
Arizona,
mom from
just a
Beaverton
middle class
or
white
Hillsborough.
man,
It
right?
wouldn't
From
have said
wherever.
white
Yeah.
mom.
Would it have said that, or would it have
it
just
would
said?
not. It would not have said
Would
white.
it have said parent?
And that's not okay.
Which I thought that part was weird. That was the multiple reasons of bringing this up.
If
but
it
one
was
of
a
them
white lady, it would say MLM parent.
it's just
It'd say new skin salesperson.
I swear.
So this next story is a very interesting one for me. Specific, I have no idea what NFTs are.
People keep saying, I'm like, what?
The way I look at it is the kids keep saying it's the future, and that's the thing. Okay, so the future is these NFTs, and I read stuff about it. I have researched an hour or so on NFTs.
NFTs.
I don't know what NFT stands for.
I don't know. I don't either.
That's
I don't get
all the knowledge I got from it. But this gentleman here, will you scroll up just a little bit? So this is a student who accidentally became a millionaire with a cult following after selling his expressionless selfies as NFTs.
like his face.
Says he feels confused. So this gentleman here, he did like a photo thing where he took a photo 5 years each day for 5 years. Just took a photo of himself, a selfie. Yeah. Just this is me.
You should check it out.
And then goofing. He put it up in the NFT world. I don't know how that works, but he put it up there somehow.
What is the NFT world?
And he put a $3 price tag on it.
Okay.
Because he didn't expect anybody to buy it.
No,
he was just having fun.
It was a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now his NFT selfies are worth about $1 million.
Fuck him.
Right.
Fuck him. Anyway.
But he also doesn't get it. Though he understands the NFT world, he doesn't know why people are buying pictures of his face.
Honestly, I like his face.
It's the face of K.
Right.
Okay.
And the fact that it's like expressionless.
His face to me makes a perfect tattoo.
No,
I would put that on my shoulder.
I would too.
Of just like,
Okay, what?
I like his high cheekbones.
You got great cheekbones, great
You do
eyes,
too.
and do I? I guess still.
Yeah, you have good.
They're falling.
They're so
my
good.
40s. Like,
I'm a fan.
My thing is I still don't know what an NFT is.
I can't understand it. No, I don't know.
Right? It's one of those. Everyone talks about this fear of missing out during the pandemic. That was what a lot of the young. I'm gonna be that guy. That's what a lot of the young kids I saw on the Facebook saying was there a fear of missing out while I was excited to be at home and do projects. It's just the way.
Look, I like the peace.
Right?
It was peaceful.
It was so nice.
Okay, it really was.
Do you
I
see
learned a
this?
lot about myself.
What's this?
That's what NFT means.
Oh, I can't read it from there.
I can't reach it. I can't see. I need bifocals.
You're the one. Oh, non-fungible tokens. I should know that because I used to promote one too. But so I do what you can put your picture up there, your image, and it can be sold like at an art gallery, but as a digital Bitcoin style version. I guess it's supposed to be.
Sure.
I'm afraid that I'm going to miss out on what this is because I can't figure it out.
Age out
right.
of something we could have figured out 20 years ago. It hurts.
Well, everybody else has the fear of missing out. We have the fear of aging out, where this is past the grasp that I'm able to comprehend as a person.
I know.
It's the same thing with Bitcoin. I keep watching. I had a friend buy a truck off Dogecoin, and I made fun of him for buying Dogecoin. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. What are you doing? Imaginary coins. Then he makes a bunch of money, and I start reading about it, and I read all these things, and it still doesn't make sense to me. It's like high school math.
It doesn't make sense at all. And I feel like in a couple years, he won't be able to pay that off. But that's me. Right?
Well, then you wonder, too, like, what are we talking about for taxes? What kind of taxes are involved with these?
What kind of form you filling out?
Right.
Because that's what's important to me.
Man.
I'm opening a business, so
Yeah.
they kind of don't know I exist yet. So let's talk about that.
You can try your best to hide what you can't. You'll get by for a while, but eventually someone's going to come knocking at your door.
And you're going to be prepared because you feel privileged right now because you're not thinking ahead.
This guy's going to show him a selfie and be like, here you go.
My favorite part of this article is that he requested that those who purchase his selfies don't abuse the images.
Yeah.
I mean, that just makes
because he doesn't want his parents to be disappointed. That's so sweet.
It is sweet. I
That's
can't relate.
adorable.
I love disappointing my parents. I can't relate.
What was? Can you click back to the outline? I felt like I came up with a funny headline, but it might just be that I got really high and I thought it was a funny headline. No, scroll down to the next one. Damn it, it's not as funny as I thought it was.
Okay, let's go with let's work it. This is an open mic portion.
Yeah, right. Here we go. We're gonna work. The headline for this news article here is truck carrying 100 monkeys crashes. Some escape.
Yes.
My line for it was, "Where's Marcel?" Because I'm old now, the first monkey I think of is the monkey from Friends.
Marcel.
And I hate that it's everybody who, it's not from rewatching it on Netflix. No, I'm talking about when it originally aired. That's my Marcel.
Yeah, I feel it.
But I also thought it was really funny and enough to have to click back to see what I wrote. It's not as funny as I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Well, here in Pennsylvania, there was a crash with a truck carrying monkeys. The monkeys, unfortunately, were going to a testing lab. So the nice part is some of them escaped, I guess.
Yeah.
But it really made me wonder.
3 of them.
3 of them. Oh, only 3 out of 100. That's
Only
disappointing.
3.
The other 97 got to feel like failures. First of all, I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's 3 out of 100.
That's disappointing for the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad for the others.
Yeah.
When I read about this one, the first thing I asked Rachel was, how long, like if you're hanging out at your place and a monkey just came up on you, how long till you call somebody about this monkey?
Never.
Immediate.
Are you immediate?
Never.
Like, dude.
Oh, Frank, what about?
I'd keep it.
Would you report the monkey though? Like, how long would you?
No.
You would just keep it. You
I'd
just
tell
keep it.
someone, like, dude, look, like, yeah, no.
No, I'm in Pennsylvania. I know that they're searching for these 3 monkeys to go to a lab because it's all over their shit, right?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't call. No. Mm-mm.
You would try and catch
If it
one
showed
and
up
keep
at my
it.
house,
Yeah.
it's
staying.
fine.
We're staying.
It's fine now.
We're gonna build.
We're
gonna
hanging
build
out.
our basement.
Yeah.
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 We're friends.
Yeah.
We're living together.
But I would call a friend and be like,
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the fact of calling friends and letting them know that you now
Dude.
have a
Oh,
pet
I'd
monkey.
Come help me.
Absolutely.
I would have a whole bit made up. Like, you guys come over. We'll do this. We'll make
Yeah.
a TikTok. We'll do.
Yeah.
We're gonna make money. Like, come on. I would.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
I do have to ask though, since both of you very adamant about the monkey, is there no fear this monkey will bite your face off? Because monkeys
No.
have bitten faces off in
No,
the past.
they have fucked people up. They get out and they attack people
They
in
do.
parks and people die.
Yep, I'm
But-
just saying.
But
I respect the monkeys.
I would
audacity
show
to-
this monkey
you know,
so
like,
much
I
love.
want it to be free. I want
Sure.
it to be free. I want it to be
Yeah.
loved.
Mm-hmm. I get the. I would love to, and if I found out it was going back to a lab, I would maybe call somebody who could take it
Be
across
like, I'm
state
not gonna
lines
say I
or
have
something.
a monkey, but if you had one,
Well, right, and
how
then
would you make it not eat my face?
there we go. See, there you go. You're right. I would first research. Hey, I hit up the lady who got her face bitten off. There's a big story about that lady.
Damn, no,
where
right
it was
on.
horrific.
Right
and
on.
so I'd be like, hey, what'd you do so I don't do that?
Yeah.
And then I would just consider just taking it to like, I don't know what state is. I wish I knew what state was above Pennsylvania, like New York or wherever. And I don't know
Cool.
geography. And
Yeah,
just
I don't
send
need
them
to.
across state lines and be like, all right, you're a free monkey now. And hopefully that monkey will be able to survive. I'd keep him for like a week, I think is all I could deal with.
Play. I would
No.
learn from this
Right.
monkey. I would learn. You know.
I'd,
Yeah.
this monkey would be mine.
Let's put it this way. If
Yeah.
a monkey
Not
Not
stole...
mine. We would be the best of friends.
Yeah.
Like, I would
You would never
give
forget me.
this monkey the best love. I'd be like, what do you want, babe? Go into
You
the
want a
store.
sweater? I've got sweaters.
Tell me what you need.
And Portland would embrace it. They'd be like, "You got a monkey?" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem would be though is here she's so happy for her monkey, and after a week
Yeah.
she's gonna go to the grocery store, and I'm gonna throw a monkey in my backpack and hop on the motorcycle and drive across state lines and let monkey go, and then it's gonna be a big ordeal. But
Yeah.
can't
that
tell
would
anybody
be a
because we
huge
illegally
ordeal.
had a monkey, so I'm free. During the pandemic, we've had a lot of things that have blessed our house. We got a bidet that blessed our house.
I have a
That's
bidet.
Fantastic. Do you?
yes,
It's so
Yeah.
fantastic.
it's an ass blaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. Do be careful.
Oh.
So good.
I love when I installed it. They put on the notes, do not stand in front of the toilet and turn the thing on. You just don't do that. So, of course, I wasn't doing that. I'm hooking it up. Blah, 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 blah. I click the knob, and water is just pouring down.
Sure.
But I don't know that for sure because I have the toilet seat closed.
Yeah.
And I just hear something. I'm like, well, this is weird. And I kick it open, and I look. That's weird. It's just pouring down. And then I realize, as I'm standing in front of it, that you can turn the knob more. And the thing just shot out right in my face.
Right in your face. Gave you a facial.
Mm-hmm.
He did this in the middle of the night.
Yeah. That's when that happens.
He asked me to help. I
Worthless.
tried. I was so sleepy. I was ready for bed.
You're on your own, bro.
So as she's laying in bed, I come into the room, giggling, soaking wet, going, it works.
I got squirted on. It works.
Our other great pandemic find has been TikTok. Fucking love it.
No, I love TikTok. It saved some people's careers, some people's like mental health, and that's fucking valid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
And
Yeah.
I think TikTok really expands the, I guess, American person
I
that
agree.
can.
Yeah.
And I like that. I'm seeing a lot of different sides of the world that I never would have got to see.
Yeah.
I've learned what a wolf pack is. They're big on TikTok, real big. Scott
You made it
Rogers,
there?
president. We recently saw a proposal on TikTok, which was
No,
amazing.
TikTok is-
Oh, I didn't put that one there.
Did you put that one on there?
I haven't.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
I will.
No, good. No, don't, because it's horribly cringeworthy watching somebody propose and then hoping that person will duet his TikTok. We feel that our algorithm is pretty special. We get some good ones.
We're here to LOL.
Mhm.
Like,
And this
chill.
one I specifically put up because my closer right now is a Ring joke about having a Ring camera.
Yeah.
And I'm very jealous of a lot of the Ring camera footage we see on TikTok because
Yeah.
she hasn't fallen down the stairs yet for me to put up. So
He also hasn't fallen. I would absolutely post it.
It would be there. Okay.
All right, we ready?
yep.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I hope you don't have a camera.
Oh,
I don't
God.
camera, he
Oh,
says.
God. I would say my fall would be way hotter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love that he was so out of breath as he's saying, "Oh, I hope you got that." on
Oh yeah,
camera."
that took his breath away.
It got him.
I've had it fall like that.
Oh, it hurts. Hurts your elbow, hurts your soul, your throat.
It feels like you'll never breathe again.
No, you're like, I'm telling my kids about this.
I mean this in the best way, Rachel. The next time you do that by the front door. So our Ring camera will
So we
catch
can
it
Do this. Yeah.
for the fans, baby.
Yeah.
I'll try. Try to focus my clumsy energy over there. All right.
You ever wanted to hear a man's ass cheek clap without touching it? Here you go.
What? What?
I'm sorry.
That would make me so happy.
Can you play it one more time?
Yeah, I gotta
Absolutely,
absorb
I
this.
will.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I've seen it. I've watched it 1,000 times already.
What?
You ever wanted to hear a man's ass cheek clap without touching it? Here you go.
Doesn't that hurt your balls?
I'm thinking of the physics of
Me
to
too.
swing your leg that way. That can't be his ass clap.
It is.
It can't. Someone's standing behind him.
Or
No,
it's something
'Cause
else.
it's like,
It could be his balls slapping the side of his leg.
wouldn't that hurt though? Wouldn't I freak the
Absolutely.
fuck out?
Absolutely.
Because I watched some guy try to teach me some like in sync dance, and he did one little move and it just fell because it grazed his ball.
Uh-huh.
You don't have a lot of range down there. For
No, you don't. And there's a old Vine of a kid teaching his friends how to slap his balls against the side of his leg.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just down, huh?
Right. But he's 16, so his balls don't feel pain the way like I mean, that guy's not that old, but I got to assume that's what would hurt.
Yeah.
At 30, it would cripple me for a week.
He's at least. Oh, I hate saying this because what if he's not? I'm thinking he's at mid-30s, at least.
I have no
But
idea
what if he's
anymore.
not?
Right. Can I tell you, too? He tiptoes the line of TikTok that I don't know about. Is he a character or is that a real person?
Is that a bit, or
I
is he like,
didn't
look,
deep
I'm gonna do
dive.
this?
Right.
I often deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
Good.
and I'll go to them and watch all their shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll find something really funny, and then I deep dive, and I'm like, oh, it's just a character,
It's just this motherfucker. Yeah.
which is fun, which is
Yeah,
great
No,
for
totally.
them.
I love it. Yeah.
People really like that, but I like real. I like the real
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
People are like, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you said real and you bring this one
Yeah.
up because I'm going to. I hate that I have prefaces for all my TikToks, but this one I do. This is a buddy. This is Jesse Sponberg.
Okay.
He,
Oh,
I
this
don't know
is
if you're
him?
familiar with
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is his?
Okay.
This is him.
Yeah.
He
like
has
him.
his Kudokan token that's out there in the NFT world, or Bitcoin, I guess. I hate that I fuck up whatever he does. Every time I mention him, I don't quite fully know what he does, so I just
He
guess.
talks a lot.
He does. He is in Hawaii,
Of course he is.
starting his Flash Town,
Yeah.
and legit building a little. He's got land, and he has animals, and
He's rescuing all of the animals.
So fuck him. God damn, that's what I want to be doing.
I know, me too.
Shit, I'm gonna save all the rats.
I know.
Fuck out
when,
of here.
when I was doing the podcast with him, because he does like a daily show, and I would show
Oh, he
up
does. I
weekly.
see him on Instagram.
Yeah,
Coffee and bunkets.
yeah, coffee
Yeah.
and bong hits. Oh, and he said like, "Oh, I'm going off to Hawaii."
Okay.
I don't know. You're like, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
And then legit, he's killing it in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he did a fun TikTok. I've been waiting to him
I'm
for do a
excited.
TikTok without music behind it so I can
Yeah.
show it on the show.
Yeah.
All right,
But so
we
he's
ready?
got some cats.
Okay.
Yo, have you guys been into the catnip? Look at your eyes. You're high as shit.
I can't.
You been doing catnip too? Let me see your eyes.
Nope.
You guys are high.
Oh,
That is cute.
so cute.
And it's adorable. You can hear the
Yeah.
purr. And I
Oh, they're
hate
content.
that she made me a stupid cat person. Oh,
This is
what happened to this
This
poor
is-
lady?
Okay.
me when I was single, basically. Are you
Good
ready?
to know.
Yes.
You piece of shit. I'm supposed to get banged tonight, and now I'm not going to. Like, are you serious?
Okay. Oh. Oh, honey. Hurts.
Like, I don't know what happened, but I feel that. She was like, I had an appointment. I had an
A
appointment.
legit appointment.
And now I have this?
Oh.
I've had that on my back.
I
You
really
do.
want to know what she did.
I do too.
That would be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I've been in a lot of fights, but I haven't had that.
No.
that has
She
to be a trip and
definitely
fall.
fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man.
She
fucked
either
herself up,
fell
but-
or
I mean, look, I've fallen too. I've done a lot of stuff.
she's.
But I don't.
That wasn't a fight. That was a whole egg
Oh
How
man,
is
that
in
was.
her head. I don't.
I had a seizure once and had an egg. But it wasn't that big. It wasn't like that.
I ran into a door and sliced my
That's
eyebrow,
fucked.
but
That's
it
fucked.
didn't bump up.
Why did all
just
of us,
cut.
like 90s, 2000 kids, have a slash our eyebrow experience?
I did it like a couple years ago.
Look,
She
I did
was-
it in the recent times. Shut up, Angelique.
I
She was
used my
laying in
nursing
bed.
skills, and
Yeah, she was
you
laying
can
in
barely
bed,
see the scar now.
No, good,
And I
good,
like-
good.
I was awake and I like ran up to her and I like smacked her in the face or something, did something little ha ha ha, and then ran away and the door was open and I just wham.
He went full force.
And she starts to laugh and then I'm like, hey,
I laughed really hard. I was like, that's karma.
Yeah.
This one, it's not very long. It's already giving, but
I am not a dog.
Oh God.
and that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
No context.
No,
Okay.
none.
Okay.
well, you know what happened. People are trolling him
They're
and they're calling him a dog
mean.
on one of his
Yeah.
other TikToks.
Yeah.
And so he had to respond.
Yeah.
Why do people do that though?
And I'm sensitive,
Why did they
so I want to give him a hug.
respond?
Right? He
I do
does.
too.
Yeah.
That would be, I'm the type I hate that I would see that one and then I'd have to apologize. If I made a joke because the other
Yeah.
one was funny to me and then I saw that and you were like, oh my God, I really hurt you.
And that addresses our conversation earlier. I don't ever really want to hurt anyone's feelings. 'Cause that's different.
Right.
Make someone mad? Cool.
Yep.
Hurt their feelings? That's deep.
Yep.
It hurts me to hurt people's feelings.
I don't like hurting people's feelings. It's
I
not
don't
okay.
like it.
Yeah.
And I grew up getting made fun of all the
Oh, for
time.
sure.
Like, that was
Oh,
just the
constantly.
generation.
Oh,
And so
Jesus
that was
Christ.
a show of love for me. If I make fun of you in public in a
I like
group
you.
setting, it's
Yeah.
it means, hey, you're good. I know you're gonna be okay with this,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do that. And so when I see that there's a lot of people in life that didn't grow up that way, it's like, oh,
sad.
I want to let them know. I don't mean that. I was goofing. I enjoy your content. Keep going.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a dude, creator Tim. I enjoy his content, but his contents make me come up with jokes. And
He makes me sad.
but I mean it in a sign of love. I could kick it with him. If he ever came to this neighborhood, I would try to find him. He's in the East Coast, so thank
We
God
would
I don't have to do that.
absolutely, like, if he was ever here, we would show him all the love, give
course,
him
of
hugs.
Yeah.
We love him, but at the same time, I can't watch his shit because it makes me sad.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Okay. Okay.
I think this would be Rachel.
This bitch really asked me what kind of fancy scraper I got. A fucking Dollar Tree calendar. Don't embarrass me like that.
Shut the fuck up.
I could
I usually use like a coffee cup. Do your best. I spent $20 on you.
I just use my hand. And then I have
done
to
that
hold
too,
it
and
in
then
my...
like, owie.
I have to put it between
In
my
your
thighs.
vagina. Warm it up.
I'm like, it's warm there. Oh my god, yeah, no, that was
I'm
genius.
the same. It's a big fan of grab whatever is in the car.
In the
make it
car,
work.
a CD.
Here we go.
Well, no CDs anymore. That's more early 2000s. But I go in my car looking for a CD, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not that time anymore. Shit, what now?
Thank you for joining us here at Beans.
I had so
Angelique,
much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
When you coming to my place,
Let us know.
you're coming over.
There we go. This has been Dying on the Inside for Rachel. My name is Josh. Thank you guys for joining us. Catch you next time.
Here at Beans.